Good morning, everybody. Good morning to everybody coming in. Hello, Maggie. Yep, you're first. You are. Hello, it's just Robbie. Hello, blessed and highly favored. Hello, Sandra. Good morning, everybody. Blessed and highly favored is saying good morning from Louisiana. Wow. Good morning from Canada. Hello, Maggie. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Melinda. What happened here? Melinda. Hang on. Something's not right here. Hang on, Melinda. So you finally got some new phones, Melinda? How is Melinda this morning? No, Melinda, I haven't heard anything. No, I haven't heard nothing, Melinda. It's just Robbie said, I love phones. No, I have not heard from Judy Ron, Melinda. Maybe you can email me and oh no. What did you go with, Melinda? Good morning, Nana. I'm glad you can all be here. If you're coming in, well, that whippersnapper. I love some of the things you come out with, girl. Oh, you just made my day. What a whippersnapper. Just shoot me an email, Melinda, and let me know what's going on there. I'm going to just wait for a few people to get in, and then we're going to start because there's been a bunch of new filings. Mark Means is just going off the rails again, and it's like everything is on hold. Lori's not going to be appearing in court or facing anything right now until I believe the prosecutor is going to get their own evaluation done. Nana, a lot better, hon. A lot better. Thank you for asking. A lot better. Yeah, so Lori isn't going to be going through any court proceedings, nothing. Plus iPads, keyboards, all tech had to get all new CCs and email. Oh no. Are you kidding? Okay, well, if you don't have the email still from us, Melinda, I can email you. Aw, thank you, Nana. You are so sweet. Thank you. But yes, my eyes have gotten a lot better. There's a bunch of stuff I have to do, and I've been doing it religiously, so it has been helping. Yeah, so getting back to Lori, she's not going to be going through court or anything because they've got to stay on all her charges. We're going to go through a few things here because Mark Means has slammed off some subpoenas. Dadgun hackers, you'll be aware. Oh, geez. Well, I've got security up the wazoo, so I think I'm okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, Melinda. So there you go. Melinda is letting you guys know, watch out for them hackers. I've got security on top of security on all my stuff. And plus with being creators, we have a lot more security than just the normal people because of our AdSense and everything else that we have. We've got security on top of security. So yeah, they're going to make her competent. Where is that? There we are. It's just Robbie. I believe they are. I believe that the prosecution is going to get their own evaluation done. And there's no way in hell that she's incompetent to stand trial. She was smart enough to order rings and this and that and do this and do that and everything that she's been doing while she's in jail and interviews and stuff like. She can do all that. She knows what it means, but yes. And the bar is very low for competency. You have to understand the role of the judge, the prosecutor, your attorney, and the jury. You have to understand that you have charges laid against you and why. That's basically it, to be competent to stand trial. So whoever did this competency hearing and ruled her incompetent to stand trial is beyond me, but I think that they best be doing some soul searching because their license may be on the line with something like this. Like, I just don't get it. Somebody is being paid off somewhere. My opinion. Because there is no way that this woman is incompetent. Okay, so we got about 25 people in here. If you guys can smash that like button, let people know that we are live. Please, please, please. It's free. Doesn't cost you nothing. And it just helps get the word out there that we are live, because I'm going to start jumping into this. And yes, I will fill you in, Melinda. Yes, Nana, and there's more charges coming. Charges have been submitted regarding the death of Charles Vallow also. So I do believe that there's going to be murder charges coming against Lori for that one too. We're going to have to see. It's just Robbie. But believe me, Rob Wood is going to make sure it's somebody good. Hello, Maggie. Good morning, everybody coming in. Thank you for joining us this morning. Please smash that like button. It's free. I spent since about 7 a.m. this morning trying to get all this stuff together so I could present it to you guys. So smashing the like button doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out greatly and helps get the word out there with the algorithm that we are live. So I would appreciate that very much. Okay, so we're going to jump into this, you guys. Hello, Diana. I love you too. Sandra says, to be fair, what she did is pretty crazy. We're not asking about her mental health. The competency hearing, like I just said, determines, does she know what a lawyer does? Does she know what the judge is there for? Does she know what the prosecution's there for? Does she know the rule of the jury? What they do? Does she know why she's in court? Does she know why she's been charged? Does she understand that she's being charged with killing her kids? That's all they have to prove for her to be competent. So people have mental health issues all the time and are still competent to stand trial. So whatever she is saying is she's basically saying that she doesn't understand these charges at all, and she doesn't know what a lawyer does, and you know, so the bar is very low. Okay. Okay, so can everybody hear me? I keep getting the connection thing coming up. Is anybody, am I buffering or anything like that? Please let me know in the comments. Good morning, Hotshot. Diana, good morning. Okay, great. Okay, so let's jump into this. Oh, thank you, thank you. And good morning from Canada to Pittsburgh. We've got some from all around the world here. So thank you everybody for coming in. We're just going to get into this now. Yeah, she has to be able to understand and be able to speak with her attorney, which she's never had a problem of. So no, criminally insane is something totally different, Nana. Criminally insane is something totally different than being incompetent to stand trial. Totally different. Okay, so let's jump into this, you guys, because everybody's been waiting to hear this. Good morning, everybody coming in. Please smash that like button. Let people know that we are live. We are going to start. Okay, so Mark Means is going to town. I don't know if Mark Means has been watching the Barry Morphew hearings, but I mean, he's just going right to town here. The first thing I want to go over, he is now subpoenaed the Madison County Sheriff. Okay. And this states, you are hereby commanded to appear for the motions hearing in this matter scheduled for June 9th, 2021 at 9 a.m. at the Fremont County Courthouse located at 151 West North Street, Anthony, Idaho. You're further notified that if you fail to appear at the place and time specified above, that you may be held in contempt of court and that aggrieved party may recover from you the sum of $100 and all damages which the party must sustain by your failure to appear at said hearing. Good morning, Rosie. Okay, so he subpoenaed the sheriff. I'm also going to show you this here too. He's also subpoenaed Heather Daybell. He is also subpoenaed Nate Eaton. Okay, so I will get rid of those now because you just seen them. So I just wanted to show them to you. Okay, so the reason why he has subpoenaed the sheriff in this case is, look at this, you guys. Okay, so this is just the declaration of personal service that this Mary Lee Jorgensen served the subpoena upon Sheriff Rick Henry of the Madison County. Okay, and this is why. Okay, so we're going to get into why he served the sheriff. There she is. Good morning, sister. I was going to message you, Des, to let you know that we were going live, but I know it's my niece's birthday today. So shout out to my niece, Bailey. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my niece. Okay, so this is why he subpoenaed the sheriff. You're hereby commanded to produce or permit inspection and copying of all the following documents or objects, including electronically stored information at the place, date, and time specified below. So he is saying that he wants the sheriff to bring this to him by June 1st. Okay, we'll see the date right here. The place, time, and date is at Mark Means Law Office by June 1st at 5 p.m. He wants all this brought to him from the sheriff. State of Idaho, Madison County Sheriff's Department, State of Idaho, the entire file, emails, texts, voice recordings, books, papers, documents, communications, correspondence, photographs, videos, discipline records, notes, or any other objects, tangible or intangible, and its contents, whether tangible or intangible, in regard to the communications and the like of current inmate Miss Lori Daybell, and the attached articles citing Madison Sheriff's deputies' involvement, statements of the like regarding Miss Lori Daybell and her behavior while in detainment at the Madison Detention Center by no later 5 p.m. of June 1st to the above address for Mark Means Law Office. Now, what we're going to get into, you guys, is this part right here. The attached article citing Madison County deputies' involvement, statements, or the like regarding Lori. Okay, I'm going to get into what they are talking about there. Now, I don't believe that he would have subpoenaed the sheriff himself, but there was something that was put out where somebody said that he got information from the sheriff. Okay, so now Mark Means is saying, Chi-Chi, yes, it should, but he is stating that he's asked for this and they refused to give it to him. So he's subpoenaing it right from the sheriff. Okay, we're going to get to that. You're going to see that. Okay, so he wants from the sheriff anything. If somebody said Lori sneezed, he wants a copy of that. Okay, there's a big reason why. Just let me check my. Just give me a second, please. And then I'm going to turn off my phone while we're doing this, so we're not disturbed. Okay, so we're going to get into that, Chi-Chi. But he wants anything that the sheriff was involved in, any conversation where Lori's name was mentioned, anything, books, papers, documents, anything. He's on a fishing expedition here, and there's a reason why. By way of subpoena, we seek the following records, whether tangible or intangible. All records, reports, notes, communication, text, emails, correspondence, exhibits, evidence, data, recording, deleted records, partial files, any and all discipline files, dates, times, persons, full names involved, and or regarding deputies and their statements to media. Okay, this is going to be coming into play, and I'm going to show you why. The like from the above sheriff's department. Okay, this is going to come into play. You're going to see why. Or its agents to any. Okay, so any deputy, so this whole thing right here, okay? They want any statements regarding Lori Daybell. So like I said, if somebody said, oh, she sneezed wrong, or she used too many tissues, they want it, okay? From anybody, okay? The sheriff's department and or its agents to any media source company. Now, you're gonna see why. Please see the attached article with highlighted quote from multiple Madison Sheriff deputies. Okay, he also wants a detailed list. We're going to get to this, okay, you guys? I'm not forgetting. We're going to get to this, but we have to get through the rest of this first. Okay, detailed lists identifying each and every person employed with Madison County Sheriff Department and or its agents in regard to the above recordings, investigation, including but not limited to the following: full name, employee, badge number, identification, employee number of persons employed associated with the Sheriff's Department that were involved in any way whatsoever regarding the attached article. Rosie, yes, he did do this to Rob Woods, but apparently you're going to see when I get through this that the reason he's filing this is because he said that he asked the prosecutor for this information and they refused to give it to him. You're going to see that. It's coming. Let me get through this and you're going to see. Any and all communications between you. Whoops. So he wants any and all communication between you and Madison Prosecutor's Office or agents, Fremont's Prosecutor Agents or for Office, and any and all media company for Madison County Prosecutor's Office, Dateline, MSNBC, 2020, etc. He wants everything. You're going to see why. This is where he wants it to be. Okay, here it is, right here. Whoops. Okay, never mind. You see it highlighted here. Please note that we attempted to obtain these records from the Madison Prosecutor's Office through discovery, and their office refused to comply with the request. Said office refusal to comply make the subpoena necessary to be served upon you. Okay, so there it is right there. Okay, so I said that's gonna be answered. Okay, you are further notified that if you fail to appear at the place and time specified above, or to produce or permit copying or inspection of specified above, that you may be held in contempt of court, and that the aggrieved party may recover from you the sum of $100. And all damages which the party may sustain by your failure to comply with this subpoena. Okay? Now, this is what he is referring to. Okay, so Mark Means came across this. I'm going to show you. Hi, Julie. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you and the good doctor this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so why Mark Means is filing all this now, you guys, I have no idea. But this is what it's in regards to. And I'm not going to read all of this. You guys can pause it, go back and watch it later and pause it if you want to read it all. But this was an exclusive. Even Keith Morrison is shocked by the Lori Vallow podcast revelations. So Keith Morrison was speaking to exclusively with the E Entertainment Network, okay? So E News, about his chart-topping podcast, Mummy Doomsday, which details the strange circumstances that led to the deaths of siblings JJ and Tylee. This is weird because Tylee's last name is not Vallow. Tylee's last name is Ryan. JJ's last name is Vallow. So, you know me, you guys, I pick every mistake. But anyway, when it comes to true crime, it's no exaggeration to say Keith Morrison has it all. For nearly 30 years, the Dateline correspondent has investigated events as tragic as the 1999 Columbine High School massacre, as chilling as the Robert Durst murder trial, and as head-scratching as the tale of convicted Pam Hupp. Okay? So he goes on, like I said, if you want, see, the E! News got this wrong. Tylee's last name is not Vallow. Anyway, You know, it irritates me when people of this caliber make mistakes like this, but that's just me. That's my OCD, you guys. But it just irritates me. They're a very large company and they have editors and people that should be checking this, but okay. But anyway, apparently he talked to E! News and a bunch of other news outlets, okay? And he states things along the lines like, shock has become a big word in my vocabulary. I mean, people are capable of doing the most horrific things that don't make any sense, and you don't understand why, what makes people think and behave the way they do. Yeah, it's just like, and this isn't Mark Means. This is E! Online that did this. So it just irritates me. Sorry. Shock has become a big word. Like I said, you guys can pause this when you rewatch it, and you can read all through this. The way Mark Means has copied it is not good. There's things over top of the words, but you can basically make it out. But the way he's copied things here is not good. We've seen him do this also in other things that he has put as attachments where he's not attaching properly. So that's what happens, like this stuff here and this stuff here, when you don't attach things properly to your filings, that's what happens. So, and it irritates me. Anyway, he goes on to think, he makes statements for a little while. I think that there was some hope that those children would be found alive. Certainly anybody who cared about them, as obviously their families did, what was left to their families, you know. He just goes on and talks about it. But there are parts here where the past year, Keith is, okay, here we go here. Statements like this. Oops. Oh, why is this not working for me, you guys? Okay. So for the past year, Keith has spoken to investigators as well as those closest to Lori to uncover what he describes is a story with deep tentacles. Okay, so it's statements like that that Keith made. That's why the sheriff is being subpoenaed. Okay, so there's information here that he got. This is very lengthy, you guys. So like I said, if you want to see, he shouldn't have included this stuff here. If you want to read through all this, you can. Another one here, however, Charles Loveland claims he was killed by Alex and Lori, who acted under the belief that Lori would be the recipient of $1 million life insurance payment. It's stuff like this. Where did he get this information? And stuff like this. Detectives have struggled to uncover the truth, though, because Alex died just months later. So what exactly did the detectives and sheriff's office say to him? Okay, and there's information in here that seems to be coming from the sheriff's office. Again, here he does it again here. Talks about her being extradited from Hawaii. But here it is here. Despite the criminal, see this here highlighted in yellow? Despite the criminal allegations against Lori, Keith says he's heard from authorities that she remains convinced she's on the right path. He shares the stories that we have heard from her jailers are that she's reading Chad's books, she's writing him letters, she's dancing in her cell. She still seems to be caught up in the belief that she's going to be swept out of all this and taken up to heaven sometime in the next little while. So it's statements like that, okay, that they're saying that this Dateline guy spoke with investigators, and why isn't the investigators giving out information like this? Okay. She talks about he talks about Melanie Bordeaux, Brandon Bordeaux, stuff like that. So they want to know what exactly did, and Colby Ryan here, what exactly did the sheriff's office say? Because those difficult years are not yet over, with authorities continuing their investigations into the deaths of JJ and Tylee. Okay, adding that he has tremendous sympathy for the situation. He's faced a very difficult couple of years. So there's just all kinds of stuff in here, you guys. Like I said, you can pause it and read it if you want to read it all. And he works for Dateline. So Mark Mean wants to know, why did the investigators talk to this guy from Dateline? And now he wants every single thing attached to it. Okay? Every single thing. And I kind of understand why in one way, because investigators shouldn't be disclosing certain information to anybody, let alone reporters, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go over quickly. This is, I'm going to get rid of these two, you guys, because we've gone over them. Now, this is the case being stayed. Now, this case, okay, you can see the case numbers up here. They're all different. And I can't click on this for some reason. But anyway, if you look right up here, here's the case number, 0302. This case now, this is the order for staying this case. This is the case where she is charged alone, okay? Where she failed to produce the kids. I'm sorry, you guys. Let me take a sip of my coffee here so I'm not coughing in your ears. Thank you, Julie, for that super chat. Sorry, you guys. This is covering my screen, so and I just happened to click over to see the chats and seen Julie with her super chat. Thank you so much. And if anybody else has put one in, I appreciate you also. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated and really helps out the channel. Okay, so this one here is now an order staying her very first case when she was first charged and Chad was out still. Okay, so for failing to produce the kids. The next one, this is CR 2838. Now, this is the one, again, staying this case. This is the one where she is charged along with Chad with when they found the bodies in Chad's backyard. So covering up and tampering, altering, or whatever with human remains that her and Chad were charged both together with. Okay, so that case is also stayed right now. And also here is Lori's case number 22, 21, 16, 24. These are the first degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. And also the charges in there also are with defrauding Social Security when she took Social Security payments knowing that her children were deceased, and also for taking over Tylee's bank account. Okay, let me just check back to the chat here. Yes. That's why I said, I don't know if he kind of watched the Barry Morphew thing going on, but somebody's taught him something. But I am actually, you guys, very surprised that he is still staying on this case. He can barely handle the charges against Lori, the first and second set of charges. The first charges being when she was arrested for failing to produce the kids, and then the second arrest when she's charged with tampering with human remains, concealment, and stuff like that. He could barely handle that. And don't forget, you guys, there's still another murder charge that's been handed over to prosecutors regarding the death of Charles Vallow. So those charges haven't been put on her yet. The police have filed the charges with the prosecutor's office, sorry, and they are now looking at it to see if they're going to go forward with a probable cause affidavit and arrest in the death of Charles Vallow. So that's still coming too. He could barely handle, like I said, the original arrest when she failed to produce the kids. When she was arrested, Chad was still out. He could barely handle that. Then she was slapped with the concealment, and when the bodies were found of JJ and Tylee, they were slapped with more charges, and he just totally flunked that. He's beyond the scope of his capabilities. Now that that's been added, and now 3 first-degree murder charges and 3 conspiracy charges to commit murder, plus the fraud against Social Security and taking Tylee's bank account. And there's another charge, I believe, of murder coming. He is way beyond his scope. So I'm actually shocked that the judge has allowed him to stay on this case. But with the order staying the cases now, and this is the third one with the murder charges, everything has been stayed. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of these, you guys, because, okay, so here is the next one that Mark filed, the Notice of Appearance Reservation of Defenses. Okay, so what this basically is since Lori has been in jail, anytime anything has been filed, like a motion or a hearing date or anything like that, anytime something like that was filed with the courts, they also served Lori at the jail. Okay, so this states basically, I will read over it, but I'm going to give you the rundown so you know what I'm talking about when I read this. This basically is now saying that from today's date on, that he wants everything filed with him and not Lori. Everything is to be filed with his office. Not only that, that they are not giving up their rights. They're not, they're reserving their right of defense. So which means that they still plan when she is found capable of proceeding, which it is going to happen. They are still reserving all their rights as defense, okay? So here comes the defendant, Mrs. Ooh, it's not Miss anymore. They've got Mrs. Ooh. Lori Vallow Daybell, by and through her attorney of record, and provide this notice of appearance and request that all filings, etc., be served on her attorney as set out above. Okay. Furthermore, notice is hereby provided that Ms. Daybell reserves all rights and or defenses in this case, as well as any defenses as to jurisdiction. I can't speak. Here we go. Jurisdictional issues, improper service contempt, violation of orders, and any allowed by the Idaho rules of criminal procedure, rules of evidence statute, court rules, and or case law. So he's reserving his rights there. And he served this on Lindsay Blake, okay, Office of the Fremont County Prosecutor's Office. So, okay, so here is the next hearing, you guys, and you can see here, and oh, there we go. Okay, we're just going to leave it like that. Sorry, you guys, for the cough. This is only for Chad now. because all of Lori's cases have been stayed. All three of them. She's got 3, Chad's got 2. Okay, so this now is for case 1623, which is the first-degree murder, the 3 first-degree murder, 3 conspiracy to commit murder, also fraud with the insurance company. So this is all he's going to be arraigned on. So Lori is not going to be arraigned. Her arraignment and her advisement have all been stayed. So, which is really weird because I feel the advisement should have gone through. Why did it not go through? Well, because Mark Means is stating that she doesn't understand anymore. Well, she understood when she was arrested and arraigned and advised on the charges not producing the kids. She was advised and arraigned on the charges for the concealment of the bodies, etc. But all of a sudden now that first-degree murder charges have been filed against them, she's not going to be able to understand an advisement or an arraignment. Okay, so this is why she is not being, that's why they called off the advisement hearing, and that's why they called off the arraignment. I was in shock actually when we were watching that. It's like an advisement is never, I've never heard of an advisement being continued, because the advisement is only to say, okay, look at, this is what they have, this is what they're going to be charging you with. The arraignment is where you get to answer to the charges. The charges are read again, and you enter a plea of guilty or not guilty at that time. Okay, so you're arraigned on the charges and you get to answer to that. But the advisement is just basically, look at, this is what we're doing. You're going to be arraigned on these charges, blah, blah, blah. And these are the charges that you're going to be arraigned on. So I've never seen an advisement hearing continued in my life. And I worked in the court system. I did bail hearings. I did advisement hearings. I did arraignment hearings, everything. And mind you, that's in Canada. But I've never seen this ever, or heard of it ever being done. So that is why they continued even the arraignment, because now she's saying that she can't even understand what an arraignment entails, which I call BS. Okay, it's going to come out, and it's going to come out that she, however she acted her way through this first evaluation, if you want to call it that, because in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, I think somebody was paid off to make that conclusion, because there is no way, the bar is so low, you guys, to be competent to stand trial. Okay, not understanding what you're charged with and why, when you have done it up to the point of knowing first-degree murder, because she was competent and she was hell-bent and hungry to fight not producing the kids and finding the kids in Chad's backyard. She was ready and raring to go, and she understood everything. Uh-oh, I got first-degree murder charges coming. Uh-oh, I better start pretending like I don't understand this anymore. Okay? So I think they're both going to try and blame Alex, but I think for the prosecutor's office to file the charges that they have filed with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder, they've got more than enough to nail them for that. We're going to have to wait and see. I can't see Tammy at this point. Tammy says he is stalling for one thing and for another. There's no reason to stall at this point. The charges are what they are. These are not going to go away. No amount of stalling is going to change the prosecutor's mind. These charges are going to go through for one or both. I believe for both, because I do believe that the prosecuting office is going to ask for a second competency evaluation, and she is going to be found competent. I feel the judge is going to find her competent. There's no reason to stall anymore. No reason whatsoever to stall anymore. Okay, so their stalling days are over. Trying to manipulate the system days are over. The frivolous motion days are over. They're going through with this. They didn't bring in a high-profile prosecutor for these murder charges for no reason. These cases are going through. Okay, so and as far as Lori trying to stall, and I think this is their way maybe of separating the trials, because Mark Means is the only one that wanted the trials joined. Prosecution kind of backed him up by saying we're going to be using all the same evidence. John Pryor did not want that. So this in a way too could be they were more or less going down the lines of, no, these trials are not, if you guys remember correctly, not long ago, 4 or 5 months ago, they were separated. They were facing separate trials. The trials were then joined together. Well, now they were asking for them to be separate again, and I don't think they were going to get it. So this could be a ploy to separate them. One of yous act crazy or incompetent, so I can go forward. I'm going to push, and I think Chad is going to push for a very quick trial, because John Pryor wants these separated. This is one way of doing it, backdooring the prosecution by doing so. Is Lori saying, I don't understand anymore. I don't get why I'm charged with this. I'm incompetent now. I don't understand what you're even doing here, lawyer. Why do I even need you? Because I didn't do this. Whatever they did, whatever they fandangled, they're going to get the trial separated at any cost. And this is what I think they did. This is why I think Lori is pulling what she's pulling, and Chad is going to try and get his court date done real quick. I think Chad's going to point the finger at Lori and Alex. And I think somehow, some way, this was a setup. I think they're in cahoots, because I think if they would have went together, I think it would have been Lori flipping on Chad. Okay, so Chad might have got wind of that and said, okay, look at, I'm going to get my lawyer to get something done here. I think there's a lot going on behind the scenes, you guys. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys think. But I think either the lawyers have been talking about how they can get these separated. I think Pryor might have got wind that Lori would flip on Chad. So this is their way of getting the trial separated, so they have 2 different dates. So when Chad's hearing a trial happens, he's pointing the finger at maybe Lori and Alex, or just Alex. And then later down the line, when Lori has her trial, she also points at either Chad or Alex or both. So I mean, I think there's some shenanigans going on behind the scenes with Mark Means and John Pryor, and discussions with their clients, Chad and Lori, cannot be taped or anything. So they could have talked to Chad and Lori. Okay, look, this is what we think is going to happen. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to flip on each other? Do you want to flip on him? Do you want to flip on her? Do you want to, one of you say you're crazy? Chad, his narcissism wouldn't have allowed that. So what, Lori, you play that you don't understand anymore, so that way we're going to have these trials separated, and you could either blame each other, or you can blame the dead guy. and have a better chance at maybe beating this. What, did Alex also slip into Chad's house and kill Tammy? Put something in Tammy's drink? Is that why Chad and Lori brought Alex into this? So he would be the fall guy? Is that why maybe they coerced Alex? And I'm not saying Alex isn't guilty, but is that why they wanted Alex's phone pinging at Chad's so often? Are they going to also say, oh, Alex must have slipped into my home and put something in my wife's drink that killed her? Like, I'm telling you, nothing would surprise me at this point, you guys. Nothing would surprise me. Okay, so I'm gonna get this off the screen now because we are done with that, and go to the comments. The Shadow of Lotus says, Lori seems to be able to play any man, including this. I think, honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think the lawyers have paid somebody off. Somebody's been paid off to do, in my opinion, you guys, this is only my opinion. Don't come back and sue me, prior or means. In my opinion, somebody paid somebody off to get the incompetent evaluation. Misty says, yeah, it's a plan. Separate them, then blame each other or Alex alone. The only saving grace is conspiracy, in which each person in a conspiracy is equally guilty. Exactly. There's something going on behind the scenes. And because the meetings with their lawyers can't be taped or recorded, they could say anything and pass things. And then John Pryor and Mark Means meet up maybe later. And this is only my opinion. This is just a hypothetical. Meet up and discuss something and then go back to their clients and, okay, this is what we've come to. What do you guys, I don't know, but I feel there's something going on. Blessed and highly favored. I agree. Monday under the table. Shadow of Lotus, yes. Like in a mental hospital, you got a nice thick bed, you got a nicer bed, you got better food. I'm not saying it's the greatest place to be, but it's not like a prison cell. Mary Michael says, Summer Dawn, I really needed a good laugh too. I live in New Jersey and it's pouring mercy buckets on Memorial Day weekend. As my bikini days ship has sailed, I'm not worried. You guys be thankful that you're getting rain, because here we've had frost the last 2 nights and snow flurries here in Canada. There's my sister, Daring D. Well, remember when Charles had her evaluated, she passed it and then joked about with her friends saying it was so easy? Yes. And I believe that is going to be one of Rob Wood's aces in the hole. Sidebars are never shown. It's all done in secret because there could be stuff that you don't want getting out, or things that are under a publication ban being discussed, or confidential information being discussed. Like if one attorney wants to discuss something that their client said to them with only the judge, the prosecution's office and the other lawyer, like say Mark Means wanted to discuss with the judge to give the judge a better understanding. This is what I discussed with my client. That's confidential information. That's private between him and his client. So having a side with the judge like that aren't made public, because that's confidential information being discussed between Mark Means and just the judge. this can also happen where the prosecutor and John Pryor would not be privy to that, okay? They would not be allowed in there either. Or there could be things discussed between the two lawyers regarding their clients with the judge that is private and confidential and not, you know, it falls under certain rules that cannot be discussed to the public or shown to the public. Yes, neither is a nice spot, but psychiatric hospital, especially the forensic psychiatric hospitals, I know here in Canada, they're more or less like a regular hospital room. So you got your own little bathroom and sink, and you got your own little windowsill and stuff like that, but it's under higher security. It's under security like a jail where you're locked in your room, but you've got a lot better and it's better food and stuff like that. So I've heard. Yes. Prosecutors will kill it with their mental assessment of Lori. Yes. Knowing Idaho payment complete. Yes. So Des says yes. Mary Michael. Yes, because Des is in New Jersey too. And it's my niece's birthday today. Birthday party. So that's a bummer. He's smarter than that average bear. So Rosie says Melbourne, Victoria is in lockdown number 4 for at least a week. We have been in lockdown for the last 2 months. And it's supposed to expire on June 2nd, and I don't know if that's going to happen. Sally says they all call each other and see how much money they can think their client's willing to spend. Yes, and this is true too. From Freedom Flag, and husband and wife do not have to testify against each other. You are correct. They cannot be, they can if they wish to, but they cannot be forced to. Chichi says, Willow, what did you think of Mark Mean's wording on his last notice of appearance? What are you speaking about? I don't know which one you're speaking about. There's several. Yep, honeymoon's over. And you guys got to also realize right now, they have zero money. Zero, zero, zero. Chad and Lori, either or. They have zero. All their assets are going to be frozen. The government will step in, tout de suite, which is right away in French, tout de suite, right away. They are going to freeze all their assets because Chad got how much money? So the insurance company and the government are going to freeze all their assets. They are owed hundreds and hundreds of thousands. So Chad got what, 450,000 that the insurance company wants back. Okay, because fraud. Social Security from Lori, the government is going to want all that money back. Shadow of Lotus says, in the pictures of Lori, does anyone see her smiling behind the mask? People are saying they can see it. You can't see nothing through that mask. I don't know why she had that mask on. Because Chad didn't have a mask on sitting next to Pryor. So why Lori had one on, I don't know. Yeah, her hair did look good because she had it long, dark hair with a little bit of blonde in the front with these curly curls. I know they use, and I don't know if you guys know, but I started looking up things when people were saying she was getting makeup and stuff. So I started looking into jailhouse things that women do. Do you know how they curl their hair? They use toilet paper rolls. they wet their hair and they wrap it around toilet paper rolls or shampoo bottles or stuff like that. Or they get like a bottle that they have, say, of a shampoo, and they don't get the full size ones, right? They wrap their hair around it and then put the toilet paper roll over top to hold it until it's dry. That's how they get their curls. Yeah. Sally, it's funny you say that because that's exactly what I was thinking. She was going for the Farrah Fawcett look. I believe she might be. She might be already in the hospital, Deborah. Now, I don't know if they have, and yes, they are going to be treating her to make her competent. But I do believe there's going to be another competency hearing held, and she's going to be found competent. But she's going to be put on some meds, and these meds, I wouldn't want to have to take these meds because they cause some pretty nasty side effects. So if she goes through with that and starts taking meds that she doesn't need just to keep the show going, I don't know, man. Flower Child says, we used to use old frozen orange juice cardboard rolls. Yes, but don't forget she's in jail. So they don't have that kind of stuff in jail. But they do have toilet paper rolls. Yes, they have them in the prisons, but they are not in prison yet. They are in jails. Federal prisons have all that stuff, but don't forget, you guys, they are not in the federal prison system yet. They are in county jails. The county jails, I do not believe, have those amenities. You can still get commissary, like if you want to order chips and stuff like that, but I don't think the county jails have hairdressing salons and stuff like that. No, I don't think so. One is federal and one is state, Rosie. Here we have provincial jails, and then we have federal jails. Basically, the county jails, you're held there until you're sentenced. Until you are either, you get time served, or you've got, I know here in Canada, if you get anything less than 2 years, that's why a lot of sentences are 2 years, less a day. You do it in a provincial jail. If you get anything over 2 years, you go to federal prison. So that's the difference. And the difference is the federal prisons are a lot harder, and it's for anything over 2 years. So I don't know how it is in the States, you guys, but I'm letting you know. In Canada, we have provincial jails, which you serve your time in. We also have county jails where you are kept, or city jails where you're kept until you're sentenced. If you're sentenced to less than 2 years, you go to a provincial jail. If you're sentenced to anything over 2 years, you go to a federal prison. Yes, I agree, Flower Child. She has been playing people her whole life. Okay, so Rosie says those are called remand centers here. Well, if they don't, the thing, somebody else had told me this, that if there's not a close enough remand center, they're just housed in the county bucket, the county jail. Because the state doesn't want to spend, like, say the closest remand center for them is 200 kilometers away. They don't want to have to keep bringing them back and forth or whatever. I don't know, but that's what I was told. If there isn't a close enough remand center, they're held in the county buckets. Let's see, at least in U.S. in Florida, anything over 366 days, I believe you get sent to prison. Oh wow! So that's anything over a year. Freedom Flag says in states we have a maximum and minimum security prisons. See, us here, how they classify maximum and minimum security prisons are based on you, whether you go to a maximum or minimum security prison. Prison here is prison, which means anything over 2 years that you're sentenced to. If you're not a very high risk, you'll go to a minimum security prison. If you are very high risk, like you're still stabbing people and causing all kinds of fights, you're going to max. So our prisons are prisons, any sentence over 2 years. But after you are classified and everything, once you get there, you get classified, and they determine if you're going to go to a minimum security prison because you're following the rules and you're not a threat to anybody. You'd go to a minimum security prison, and unless you're facing murder, that's automatically max. Or say you just robbed somebody of their cell phone and you go to prison, you get over 2 years for it. And that would be basically, okay, you rob somebody for a phone, they would send you to a minimum security prison, federal prison, because you got over 2 years. But when you get there, you start stabbing people and stuff like that, that's it. You're going right to max, or if they feel that you are a security risk, then they send you right to max. So it all depends on your behavior, unless you are guilty of like a heinous crime or murder, then you are definitely max. There's child molesters that have molested kids over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that are in our prisons that have been sentenced to 10 years or been classified dangerous offenders, which means you're held probably for the rest of your life, that are in minimum security prisons. So it all depends on you and your charge. Anything murder, that's it. You're going to max regardless. So that's in Canada. So the US may work a little different. Yes, Sally, you can say freaking. You're fully allowed to say freaking. Oops. Mary Michael, it's very cold in Northeast America, low 50s and rainy, feels like winter chills to the bone. We have had it into freezing, just a point of a degree above freezing. I had to bring in all my plants, and some of us even got snow. Just said she used sex starting. I think she's used sex in a lot of different scenarios, Sally, not just with maybe her lawyers and trying to bat her eyes and this and that. I think she's used that most of her life, Sally, and it's disgusting. So is there any other questions that you guys would like me to answer for you or try to answer? So as it stands right now, you guys, I just showed you all the stayed proceedings. That's all 3 of her cases. And she's going to have another, I believe that charge is going to be filed. The police have sent it over to Maricopa County Prosecutor's Office where I believe she is going to be charged with the death of Charles Vallow. So that's going to be added to it too. So she's going to have 4 separate cases. And there's going to be a stay on all, but I do believe that she is going to be found competent. And Mark Means filing a subpoena to a sheriff to come to court on June 9th, which is only going to be Chad as far as I know. So Chad is still going full force, you guys. I think he's going to really push now that they can separate it themselves. I think John Pryor is going to go speedy now. I want this done now. I want a trial date next month. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I think John Pryor is going to do so he can get these trials separated. Because I don't think the judge was going to allow them to separate the trials again. It was separated. They fought to have it joined. Now they want it separated again. Well, the judge doesn't want no part of that, I don't think. So I think the judge was going to rule against separating them. So this is their way of separating the trials. So I do believe that John Pryor is on the 9th is going to say, I want a trial date. I want it within the next 30 days. Yes, Pryor knows what he's doing. And if you notice, Pryor in the last few Zooms that we could televise, and even the ones we couldn't, or stream, I watched them all, and I'm telling you, he couldn't get out of that court Zoom fast enough. As soon as he was done saying what he wanted to say, he would say to the judge, can we be excused now? Like he wanted out of there quick, 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 quick. Yes, and Pryor knows what he's doing. Oh, Shadow of Lotus. I was one step ahead of you there, I guess, my dear. So I just answered that. He just wants out of that courtroom. He doesn't want to be asked anything else. He doesn't want to give up anything else. He's just waiting for June 9th. You watch come June 9th. I don't know, you guys, if I'm going to be allowed. Oh, yes, the arraignment I can stream. I'm allowed to stream that. So I will be streaming that. And it is June 9th. I just had it up on screen, you guys. Hang on, let me find it. Let me just find it. Okay, 10:30 a.m. 10:30. So it's going to be 12:30 a.m. my time. 12:30 p.m. Sorry. And there was another one already scheduled for 11 a.m. Eastern. So I think I'm going to be there at about 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern, because it was originally scheduled for 9 a.m. So I'm going to be there for you guys just to make sure. But this one here says 10:30 a.m. their time, so that would be 12:30 p.m. my time. And that's for Chad's arraignment. Now, there was also a scheduling conference and whatnot that was scheduled for 9 a.m., which is 11 a.m. my time. So I will also be there for that one. So as far as I know, that is still going to be going through. Yes, Pryor also can control chats. And you can see the thumbnail for this one. Oh, thank you, Misty. I appreciate that so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Let's see what else we got here. Yes, I think you messaged me about that, Des. June 8th. Yeah, this is on June 9th, the next day. So hopefully everything goes well for your MRIs and x-rays on June 8th, Des. I know what it's like. It's like I've been through a few of them lately, and it's like, ugh. Yes, what a bad week for Chad and Lori. So thank you again, Misty, for that super sticker. I appreciate it. Okay. Flower Child says, let's put Lori and Chad in the portal and cement it shut. Rosie, all good things come to those who wait. If you give someone enough rope, they will eventually hang themselves. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. So any other questions, you guys, that I can maybe answer? I'm just scrolling up here to see if there was any questions I missed. Yes, Missy, I agree. Hello, Justice Seeker. How are you? Whoops. Justice Seeker is saying hello to everyone. Oh, lucky you to get to go to sleep for MRIs, not me. I wouldn't want to be put to sleep because I am a smoker. So, yes. So prayers for all your upcoming tests. I hope everything comes back good. I'm anxious for that one test of yours to come back, Des, that we've been discussing. Deborah asks, one question, what do we expect to happen on June 9th? On June 9th, there's a scheduling conference to schedule trial date. Okay, because the trial date that they had set had vacated. So now I believe on June 9th, they are going to want to set a trial date. And Chad is going to be arraigned on June 9th. Rosie says, didn't the judge disallow all notes from Rob when Means asked for it? He's not asking Rosie. This subpoena that he filed is not for Rob Woods. It's for the sheriff. Deborah, it could go very long. Do any of them have living parents? I have no idea. I have no idea. Yes, Rosie, he did ask for all that stuff from Rob Woods and it was denied, but the subpoena this time isn't for Rob Woods. It is for, it's a subpoena for the sheriff to disclose any and all information regarding the news outlets. Okay, so Deborah says her mom is alive. So Lori's mother is alive, from what Deborah has said. Thank you, Des, for putting up the links. I appreciate it. No, I believe, Deborah, Melanie Gibb is going to be keeping quiet now because now she's been subpoenaed as a witness. Oh, yes. Nate, the reporter Nate, has been subpoenaed for June 9th, the hearing on June 9th with Chad. Heather Daybell has also been subpoenaed to show up on June 9th, and the sheriff has also been subpoenaed to show up on June 9th. Okay, so if there's nothing else, you guys, I'm going to let you go. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing just a short recap and then the mini reads for you guys. And I'm going to have an announcement to make also tomorrow. I think tomorrow is, oh, thank you, Julie. Willow, judges decides yes on mental health side, yes. If there's a second mental health competency evaluation done, once that comes back, the judge will decide. If it comes back that she's competent and the defense is given one that she's incompetent, then the judge will decide if she's competent or not to stand trial. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys know tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to give you some of the information. So you guys, if you do want to come, thank you, Deborah, for that. For the mini reads on Sunday is going to be the last one for a while. I'm going to announce that, and I'm going to do this announcement again tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know that are in the room now. I'm going to be demonetizing my channel for a while. And that is only because I have run into some difficulties with claiming income from YouTube with my government here, with my income tax. I thought I had claimed it properly, but apparently there's more stuff that I'm going to need from YouTube itself. So until, yes, so if you feel like you want to give super chats or whatever, you can go ahead and do so, because after tomorrow, I think it takes a couple days to take effect. I will be demonetizing my channel. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to be here. I will still be here. I will still be bringing you the reads and whatnot and updates like this. It's just going to be, there's going to be a few changes. The memberships, I think, are part of the monetization. So I don't know exactly, you guys, what is going to be there and what is not. I spoke with somebody from YouTube and asked them, how do I go about demonetizing until I can get this straightened out? I have another YouTuber who's Canadian that I'm going to be speaking with and seeing, because they've had basically some of the same issues with the monetization in how we claim it through our income tax when we file our income tax here. So Des, this is something you're not going to be able to help me with. This has to do with our government here and how we have to claim income from the United States. We both thought we had claimed correctly. But there's other things, I guess, that we need from AdSense and YouTube that I didn't include. So just until I get everything straightened out, you guys, probably for the summer, I will demonetize my channel, and then I will probably maybe remonetize it when I've got everything figured out. Like, I don't want to end up owing the government all kinds of money. Yeah, it's weird because they did send me a notice saying that I had to fill out, Des will remember what those forms are called, for treaty rights or something between our two governments. I thought I filled it out properly. Apparently I didn't. So YouTube has told me that they would be taking 60% of anything I earned anyway. And it's not a lot. It's not that I earn a lot, you guys, but I want to make sure that I never put myself in a position where I could be in hot water with my government. So it's probably going to take me a while to get that figured out. So after tomorrow, I will be demonetizing it. You guys will still be able to request reads via PayPal, because my PayPal is they're not questioning my PayPal monies, and that's where I get Bonfire sends any money I make from, which is very little anyway. It's not a lot of money that goes through my PayPal. In the US, we file, I don't know, but in the US, we file a form 1099. No, there was a treaty form I had to file. Aw, Julie, thank you. And we love you. You're such a sweetheart, and I always enjoy it when you come in and give us some of your thoughts. It's amazing. You and the good doctor. So yeah, there's some kind of treaty thing that the US said I filed properly, but my government's saying I didn't. So rather than have complications arise for next year's income tax, I want to get this all sorted now. So everything is the way it should be. Yeah, it's something like that, Des, but oh my gosh, Rosie, are you kidding me? Well, I hope you get that straightened out soon. Good morning, Sally. Sally's saying good morning to everybody. So I forget what the name of the form was, but I filled it out, and so did another YouTuber, and I guess it wasn't good enough. We got notices from our government saying that we had to request certain things from AdSense and Google. So I don't mind paying taxes at all. Like for me, it's not about the money. I pay taxes every year. Very rare have I ever got money back for my taxes. So I don't mind paying taxes, but I just want to make sure that I'm paying what I'm supposed to be paying. So they don't come back to me, say in 3 years, saying, you've had this YouTube channel and now we want X amount of dollars. No, I want to get it settled now. So, like I said, I don't mind, like a lot of people say, for super chats and that, go through PayPal, and I don't mind that YouTube takes their 30% because they're allowing us to use their platform, right? Like, how are they going to make money? So I don't mind that. It's not about the money for me. I monetized because it gave you guys the chance to get the memberships, and for me to get my merch shelf out and stuff like that. So, and be able to do certain things that you can't do if you're not monetized. So that's the only reason I even monetized. So when YouTube changed the system over where even if you're not monetized, they still throw ads on your videos. I took off every single one that I could on my videos. So when you're monetized, apparently there's still tons of videos there. Ads, sorry, but I disengaged every single ad that I could, that I was allowed to. Like, you see some people that have got, like, if they've got an hour and a half long video, they got like 30 ads. I've taken off every single one that I possibly could. It's never been about the money for me. So The only thing with demonetizing is I'm going to lose my memberships, the super chats. You guys won't be able to super chat. So there's going to be a lot of free, you know, stuff coming your way that, you know, hopefully I can still bring to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. I don't know what changes are going to happen with it, but I will be still uploading videos. I will still be doing stuff like this. But I know I'm going to lose a lot of things too that you guys have seemed to like. So I just hope that you guys stick with me throughout the summer until I can get this all straightened out and get remonetized. And I guess I can ask, once I demonetize, I leave the YouTube partner program, I can reapply at any time. I don't know how long that's going to take me to do, but they say it because I've already been accepted into the YouTube partner program and AdSense and all that. They said it won't take long at all because it's like a pre-approval already. Misty says, I don't know how they can put ads on if you're not monetized. They can. And they do it to cover, you know, like if you're not monetized, that means that they're not making any money for the ads, right? Because it was only people who were monetized that had to show ads, and there's some that you can't take off. Thank you, sis. But yeah, even if you're not monetized, even if you're not in the YouTube partner program, you're still getting ads on any videos that you put out. So, and like I said, Misty, in a way I understand it because YouTube's got to make money too. They allow us to use their platform, and you can basically usually skip the ads, or you got to watch them for what, 4 seconds or something. You know, that's a very low price to pay, which is $0, to be able to upload videos to their platform. So all you people can watch, right? Including myself. There's a lot of YouTube channels that I watch. So, I mean, I get to watch for free. They don't charge people to watch. So, I mean, it's a small price, and I believe that YouTube is entitled to make some money by, you know, for their platform, for the use of their platform, where it's free for people to watch. So, oh no, we're going to lose our beautiful angels. I don't think so. I don't think so. I hope not. Do you have an account so we can send donations? Yes, Mary. My sister will put up a link to my PayPal, and you can make donations or send gifts there if you like. So Des, if you can put up my PayPal, please. Thank you again, Des. You should ask if they can pause our memberships where they are, so when we remind us. Yes, that's another thing that I'm waiting for them to get back to, because I don't want you guys losing your memberships. PayPal, Rosie, is the only one I have. Okay, so there is the link to donate at paypal.com. PayPal me/above-and-beyond ancestor. You don't put the readings in, so you might want to copy and paste this into your browser. You start from the HTTPS, and you can also find my PayPal link in my About section on my YouTube page. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosie. Mary Michael, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. They take away memberships, we lose our member angels. I'm going to call and rip you and YouTube a new one. I thought you said you were going to call me and rip me a new one. It's like, uh-oh, better get ready for that phone call. But I mean, there's there's nothing else I can do, you guys. Like, I can't keep going on collecting through YouTube until I get this sorted out. And this isn't something I expected. I never seen it coming. But I just got a letter. So I contacted another YouTuber from Canada and asked her, like, what are you doing about, like, how, like, I'm at a loss. Like, this is all new to me, you guys. I said, what are you doing? She says, I got the same letter. So I guess we have to request things from YouTube and AdSense and Google. So until I can get all that stuff and get it sorted out, so I don't have to do this every year, you guys, that's what my accountant has told me, that's what I should be doing, is just demonetize myself for now. Just leave the YouTube partner program for now. And once it's all been sorted, then I will rejoin it. I can easily do a direct deposit. I don't know how you would do that, Rosie. No, my channel's not going anywhere. I'm just going to take off the monetization for now until I can get my crap with the government sorted out, with how I'm supposed to, what papers I need to do all my claiming, because apparently the ones that Google gave us aren't what we need here in Canada. So from my account to yours. From your PayPal, Rosie? What account are you talking about? I'm not sure if I know which account you're talking about. But anyway, so I'm going to announce that again tomorrow too. So I'm just waiting to see if I get a response back. My bank account. No, I don't give my bank account information anywhere, Rosie. Sorry, my dear, but yeah, that's definitely a no-no. And that's another thing with creator, some of the terms of services, we don't give out our bank accounts because they can get hacked. You're both crazies. Thanks. Oh, God. Hello from Idaho. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining. We're about ready to drop off now. We've been at this for about an hour and a half. Yeah, I don't, right now, sis, we'll talk about that privately. Let's take that out. We'll figure out something. Yes, and I wanted to let my sister go because it's my niece's birthday party today. So, okay, so with that, you guys, I will see you all tomorrow. PayPal, Cash Apps. I knew I should have come out from under my rock. Sheesh. So, okay, so yes, I don't have the Cash App. All I have is the PayPal, and you can, if you didn't get it here, you can go to my About section on my YouTube page, and it is there, and it is in the description of any of my videos. If you look below the video, there's a description of the video, If you scroll down, you will find my email address, my PayPal, everything is there. Okay? Okay. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be the last mini read session. Okay, because after tomorrow, I will not be accepting super chats. So if you want to get a reading in, mini readings, be there tomorrow. It's probably going to start around, I would say, 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay? So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope you guys in the US have a very good Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend, wherever you are situated. We had ours last weekend, was our long weekend. So to my US friends, please have a great Memorial Day weekend. And I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. And tomorrow will be the last mini reads for a while. So if you do want one, I suggest you get in to that tomorrow. And again, it'll be at 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay? Okay, so thank you, Des, for popping in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And until the next time, please take care of yourselves and please stay safe. Bye-bye for now.